that land holds the container in many ways. You just naturally unplug. Nowadays we call it embodiment, but it's just that sense of like, I'm in my body, I'm on the land, I'm doing things that I have to be completely present to. Like being with horses is one of those things that you can't be all the other places. You need to be completely here and now and with them in that partnership, or it just, it's just not the same.
Running releases the tension, and then they're able to completely relax again. So why the horse is blue after you ran up the hill. So they're kind of, everybody's sort of not sure, they're feeling everybody different on their backs, and then they get to run. So that little bit of burst of honest energy expulsion releases them and calms them. And when you think about us, how we're bottled up in our cars and we go into our houses and then we watch our television and we don't actually physically use our bodies anymore, right? Mm-hmm. And why some people become addicted to running and the physical workout stuff, because it now is it's an honest release of the tension, right? So there's that similarity. I thought, wow, how interesting that for them it's just easy. They're like, just run, right? Just run and it's all good. And yet it's one of the most challenging things for us as humans to be okay with letting our horses run.
I think it's about embracing like your true power as a girl, as a woman. So that means, you have the ability to be gritty, do the dirty work, like do the tough job, and then it's the ability to go in the house and make sticky buns for the family that you love and the family that you nurture. So there's that strong part of you. And then there's also the other element that I think sexy or sassy, there's a little drop of a term, sassy brings in, that is that acknowledging your pure raw sexual energy and the joy that brings and the playfulness that brings.
So what's your favorite part about this? Playing dress up with all my little toys of dolls. You got it? Just dolls. Look at them. Just so you're all dolls.
Being out of character, really. Having fun. Doing things that I would never normally do. And getting a lot of positive feedback from everybody and saying, whoa, I've never been called a glam lady.
Until now. Getting dressed up in clothes that you never normally wear totally feels different, but the hat is just kind of like, as soon as the hat goes on, it's like, okay.
That's sort of what the Cowgirl Reunion is all about, because when you see like that, some of the photos of cowgirls, it's all in that essence, and it's all in that package where you know that they can just go do whatever needs to be done and still sashay in and have people go, who's that?
Yeah, I was the kid that played dress up, right? For me, that was just such an important time for me, and really transformative. And so to be able to include all these things as a part of this experience just seems to take it to this whole other level. It's quite astounding what happens.
And I think, since we've had a couple of really super good photographers documenting this, it just gets a really neat picture for the participants to actually see themselves as we've seen them. And they're constantly shocked and surprised. The vision was always to include a dress-up part.
It was, absolutely.
It was always to include, bring your old wedding dress, bring your bling, bring your whatever, because we always wanted to have a photographer doing that. But Sassy fell into our lives at a festival that I was doing, and I saw her wandering around in her garb, and there was just no way around it. And then she has just been her own gift of knowing intuitively how to fit in with us. And then the guns, right?
And then the guns.
It was incredible. It felt so badass. It was amazing. It was amazing to feel the trigger come back on the gun. It was really satisfying. Yeah.
You took that one on like Uma Thurman in a Quentin Tarantino movie, man.
So maybe I'll learn how to do it on horseback eventually.
Yeah, Cowgirl Reunion too.
Totally, totally.
How was that?
It was great. It makes you feel powerful.
For me, one of been the biggest gifts in watching every different phase of all the different little crazy things that we pull together is that camaraderie and cheering for each other for their greatness, right? That it just seems to be such a sacred missing thing in a lot of our lives.
With the kind of things that we do here, it's sort of like ingrained in the fabric of it to almost become connected with your sisters in a way that you didn't expect. And I think that often is, surprising for people because they connect. They start to see the interconnections that happen and that we are so similar.
Those pivotal moments that people witness for each other just seem to be so spontaneous and authentic that it's quite breathtaking. Yeah.
So many women don't actually hang out for days on end with other women, and that they remember themselves more so. They really remember, and it's a huge commitment to give to ourselves in that level. But what a gift, right? To be able to come, unplug, connect, play, celebrate, and just listen to yourself for this chunk of time, and then have a community that extends beyond here, and potentially some cool skills. You never know where you're going to use them. Breathing in a corset 101.
Hopefully with the title of the reunion and the remembering of all your different parts that have become dismembered through our lives, that we remember and they come together and know that there's a sense of community and that sense of self, because the cowgirl part is also very independent and very strong and very aware, self-aware, and completely comfortable with that. And I think that's partly what I think we hope to do, that as you become more self-empowered, more self-aware, you are less threatened to then empower someone else and light their candle and light their way and share that candle. So
Whatever. Can I have a beer now?
Yeah, you totally have a beer.